Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kelly with your next Learn It moment. In this moment, we're going to be talking about why your online content sucks. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kelly. I used to be a teacher in the toughest classrooms in the worst neighborhoods with the most difficult students. And what I learned there changed everything I thought I knew about content creation and delivery. Over the past 25 years, I've taught thousands of students, both in person and online. And what I can tell you is that effective online engagement is the hardest thing you'll ever do without guidance. So I've dedicated this channel to showing people exactly how to capture attention, hold engagement, and create transformation. Every single part of it. I love learning, I love teaching and making an impact, and that's all you're gonna find right here. There you go. If you want to hear about that, stay tuned, because this is a really important thing to understand, is that so many people, in fact, if you want to know the real stats, 720,000 hours, that's right, I said almost a million, 750,000 hours per day of content is being uploaded to YouTube. That's right, from YouTube themselves. So holy mackerel, there's the competition out there, and you better have a way to understand how that content is being consumed, who's consuming it, and if they're actually consuming it in the background or they're actually being actively involved in that process. So why does your content suck? I can tell you, the first question that I always get is like, how do I take my live stuff and take it online? And that's a really important question, because there is no correlation between live and online. The live version is, I've got time, I can read the room, I can get some information back from your participants. I can smile and joke and see, oh, I better be a little bit more serious. Oh, I can be a little bit funny. I can jab a little bit, give you a little dig here and there, make a few, borderline jokes and still get some involvement in the process. Whereas online is blind. And so you're not going to know for a while, and most people pull their head under the covers and try not to find out much later on how shitty their content really is. And this is what's really, really important is, and this is it, guys, this is it. If you want to know the difference, the main, massive, ridiculous difference is feedback. In the real world, you're going to get feedback. You're going to get questions. You're going to get puzzled looks on people's faces. You're going to get, biases that kind of come up, and you're going to be able to twist or manipulate or move your content in the direction of your audience. But when your audience is everyone and your feedback is zero, now you're screwed if you don't have a higher level of understanding of what needs to happen with your content, because you're not going to be able to answer questions immediately if you haven't thought those out in advance. So here's the key. Here's what I want you to do. This is like your 30-second way to take your crappy content and upscale it and just really plan it ahead. And this is where I swear to God, 99% of people are failing in this miserably, is they think if they just take an outline, present the outline online and put it up, it'll just be consumed. But that isn't how it works. You need to look at your outline, look at your content and say, hey, if I was talking to X person, Y person, and Z person right now, what type of questions would they have? What type of gray zones would they have? What type of misunderstandings of information would they typically have? You really need to get into the minds of your, and we're going to call them prospects, students, customers. It totally doesn't matter. It is your consumer. And now, I like to get away from user, because I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing to think about when you're talking about users. It's more like consumers now. And you really need to understand that there's a huge difference between a user and a consumer. So I want to push everybody towards really applying concepts towards their consumers. Consumers are the key. We're not talking about users anymore. So you've got these consumers now, and it doesn't matter what type of information you're getting out there. You've got these consumers. Where are the stumbling points? Where are the roadblocks? What are their questions? How do they take this information? And this is crucial. This is why I'm having you write this down. And just honestly, take chapter 1 of whatever the heck you're presenting and look at it and say, where would my ideal consumer stumble in this information? When you start to understand that, the light bulbs will start to explode, because now you're going to be able to present that information in ways that make massive impact to your ideal consumer of your information. And remember, 720,000 hours are being produced every single day. That's what you're competing with. And if you're forcing, now let's say it's a staff training, if you're forcing staff to watch your content, to consume your information for, say, continuing education, or say for onboarding new staff, if this is a forced enrollment program, come on. You tell me, how much stuff do you actually learn if you're being forced to learn it? You got to get in there. You got to make that content desirable. That's what you're competing with. You're competing with entertainers who are out there actually, like funny people that are making funny shit happen, and you're competing with them for your, now today's staff. And everybody watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller. You can't watch that. You can't. Your attention span is too short. Whether it's mine, whether it's yours, or most definitely your consumer, you've got 6 seconds to make an impact. And guess what? Every few seconds after that, you better make another one. You better keep it alive, keep it exciting, because if you let them go to sleep, you're going to lose them in the first episode and they'll never come back for the second, or they'll push play and they'll walk away, or they'll have their kid watch it for them and just take some notes because your stuff is so freaking dry they can't get through it. You must elevate your game, and it starts with understanding your consumer. All right, guys. I'm Dr. Kelly. In your Learn It moment, get out there, analyze your content, get in there, get dirty, tear it apart, get some freaking feedback, people, because that's what it's all about. I'm Dr. Kelly. I'll see you in your next Learn It moment.